medicine only treats diseases, but education prevents disease. What you're supposed to do, you will be able to do better. And a lot of in our society, in fact, Nigeria as a society, everybody is a doctor. Is that also? Malaria. Yeah? So many myths about health that are not correct, which only health education that can bring it back. One of the myth MYTH means popular belief people take to be true which are not true. Are we following? That's what we call myth. So a lot of things concerning health that people take to be true, but they are not necessarily true. For example, mom like a child is not malaria. It's a myth, it's not true. Are you following? Onye na-eme fasting ma onye na-adị eli hunger sị gị na ọsa ga-eme gị. It's not true. Are we together? But there are many of them. What I've come to do today is what I call DIY. Do it yourself. With a proper knowledge, we can be better informed. Even hypertension, many people believe that once you have high BP, you will live with high BP all through your life and then maintain it. Is that also? All these things are myths. You can actually reverse high blood pressure. And let me also pause here to say that if you have blood pressure and if the only thing you do to reverse that blood pressure is to put pill in your mouth, tablet not doing enough. You understand me? If taking drug is the only thing you do, my dear, you are not doing enough. So we've come to see how we can see our health come to normal again. In fact, particularly in that high BP, for you to be able to address it, you need to understand the types of high blood pressure. High blood pressure are the types. You understand? Medically, there's what we call isolated systolic high blood pressure. That is when your two value, whenever you check your BP, are going over maybe 140 over 90. That higher one is called systolic blood pressure. The lower one is called diastolic blood pressure. When the upper one goes up alone and the lower one doesn't go up, it's a type of blood pressure and the way they handle it is different. You understand? The cause is also different. So, imagine you are having what we call psycho-emotional issue. So, it's related to psychological problem. Maybe anxiety, worry, a lot of things can result to that. If you are sleep deprivation, maybe you have loads of work to do, you have assignment to do, customer is there, children are, a lot of things. Then in Analola by 1 o'clock, maybe by 3 o'clock, this is sleep deprivation when it becomes chronic. It can cause systolic hiking of the blood pressure. Are we following? So that one has to do with psycho-emotional. Do you understand? So why I'm in this introduction, I'm just trying to let us know that with better information, we can reverse our good health because it is the intention of God for us to be in good health. Before I proceed, I would like to say a word of prayer. Are we following? Can we just stand for a moment? You are the light that turned my night to a golden day into your glory. Nobody, no one can love me like you. Nobody, no one can take care of me like you. I love you, dear Lord, for what you did for me. You bled for me. Bible said, I wish above all things that you do what? Prosper. That's talk about physical and material prosperity. Be in good health. That's talk about our health prosperity. Are we together? Even as your soul prosper, that talks about your what? Your spiritual prosperity. Every one of us should prosper financially, health-wise, and what? And spiritually. Are we following? This is a 3 dimension of prosperity that God wish that we prosper. Now, I want us to take note of something in that scripture. Bible said, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health. The conjunction there is and. Is that also? Now, it would have been a different thing if the Bible said, I wish you prosper or be in good health. Are you following? It would have been a different thing. That is to say, it's either this or this. But actually, it is not optional. You should enjoy good health. You should enjoy money. You should enjoy good health. Two of them should be inclusively enjoyed by believers. Are we together? But what we see today, what we see is that most of us abandon our health on the expense of ego. And sometimes, in the gas of ego, health to get deteriorate. Is the health back. Is that also? But Bible said, two of them should be going together. They should be going together. I wish you prosper and being good. That's the first one. Second one is I wish it is important for us to know that it is the will of God for us to be in good health. Are we following? But can I also tell you, now something but the will of God doesn't mean you are going to enjoy it. Are you aware? Because some of us are filled with faith. You know, one day I asked a question in my church and tell them, onye believe na Chineke ga-enye ya good health because ije follow paracetamol na alo ya bien. But let me hear your opinion. You believe God is going to heal you of your disease. Are you supposed to go to pharmacy, chemist, or hospital to get drug for yourself? Correct. But James, so if I believe that God is going to give me safe journey while traveling, I should drive carefully. I should put my car in order. I should put oil and make sure, do you understand me? Because you can't believe that God is going to keep me safe on the way. Then you disobey traffic rule, you drive anyhow, overspeed. Your work is not according to your faith. Are we together? So when you believe that God is going to give you health, to get that health, are we together? Yeah. So even though it is the will of God, we will still not enjoy it. And can I also tell you that if you do ministry work, business, and all of those activities to the detriment of your health, God will gladly accept you. He will welcome you home. You understand? Provided your life is correct. But the point is that you may not have finished what we are here for. Are we together? So the first thing I want us to establish is the fact that God will our interest to live in good health. Do you understand? God have made provision for that. Let's take it from where it all began. It all began in Genesis. When God created man, God never intended that man will die. Is that correct? Man was created to live eternally. In fact, death crept in when man sinned in the Garden of Eden. Is that not so? And at that point, death crept in. Man could die. But man could still live for a very long time, up to 1,000 plus years. That's why Methuselah died at 969 years. Are we together? In fact, the youngest person to die in that era departed at the age of 365 years, the youngest. And that's Enoch. And he didn't die, he just walked up to heaven. It's a premature death in that era. 365. And it seems to me that at that time, man did not know what to do with his time because he had plenty of time. So there was trouble in that. It was the first time, it was that era that polygamy, the first polygamy came in, the first murderer came in. So God was like, this man is not maximizing his time, let me shorten it. And God said, human being is going to live 120 years in the book of Genesis, chapter 6. Have you read that in your Bible? And also, I said this somewhere, and somebody was arguing. I said, no, it's not 120 years. That Psalm 90 says 70 and 80. Okay, yeah? You must have read that. Yes, it's in Psalm 90. But I said, no. Psalm 90 is not a revelation of God to man. It is a prayer of man to God. If you read the Psalm 90, in top of it, you say the prayer of Moses, the man of God. Moses read the book of Genesis, and incidentally, he's the one that wrote Psalm 90. On top of it, you see the prayer of Moses, the man of God. You can check it. Now, that is to say, Moses is saying, oh God, you said we are going to live 120 years. But look at what we see. The reality we see today is that we struggle between 70 and 90. What is going on, oh God? You understand that? So don't reduce your life to 70. You suppose every human being here have the potential to live 120 years in good health. You understand? You have the potential to live that. So if you do not live up to that, something is wrong somewhere and you are the one to be blamed, not God. You know, Christians, most times when things go wrong, we feel that God is the architect of every problem that comes to us. God, why am I sick? Upon all the service I'm doing, upon all the tithe I'm paying, well, my portion is not in the hospital. Really? But you contributed to it. There are a lot of things that you and I is doing that are contributing to our ill health, and these are the things we want to look at this morning. Are we together? Because when we do what we're supposed to do, God will be able to do what he's supposed to do. Before I delve into the main thing, I want to give you a few statistics in the world. Okay, even though man have the potential to live 120 years, man is not living up to that age. Are you following? So that we can now bring it forth from there. What is the wrong thing? Where are we getting it wrong? And then look at different health issues. Are we together? Now let me show you a little statistics. Now, the healthiest nation in the world, is actually Japanese. Japan is the longest living people in the world. You know, do you know the average life expectancy? Average life expectancy of Japanese is 83.3 years. Average, okay, say with average. For example, naturally with the average death, kita. Apota mad 10 do you understand? Or mad 100. About the age divided by 100 with the average. You understand? So when you call me, come no one 20, you cause I want 100, you cause I want 150, you cause I want 70. You understand? So when you divide it by how many there are, you get the average number of years and spend. That is the statistic I'm giving to you. I mean, I don't know if you're following it. So the average life expectancy for Japanese, which is the healthiest nation in the world, is what? 83. So no single African country make it to the list of the first 50 most healthy nation of the world. Are we together? In fact, the longest living African country is Tunisia. Are you following? And like I told you, they are number 57 in that list. You understand? They are number 57 in that list. So Sierra Leone is the shortest living country in the West Africa. Sierra Leone. We are the 8th most populated country in the world. But do you know where we are in health? 183. You get? We are number 183 healthy nation in the world. 183. That's where Nigeria is. So so this statistic is just to let you know. Let me not go to many other statistics like what the government is doing, because actually for us to live in good health, there are so many parameters that need to be put in place. Okay, the government have a role to play, individual have a role to play. For us to live in good health, there are what we call modifiable features or factors, and then what we call non-modifiable factors. Non-modifiable factors are things that you cannot, almost not do anything about it. Are you following? There are things that almost you cannot do anything about it. All right? But there are ones that there are things you can do about. Those ones are called modifiable, while the ones you cannot alter is called what? Non-modifiable. Are we together? Now, those ones has to do more like with what we inherited from our parents in our gene, in our blood. For example, if you are SS, a sickle cell anemia, you didn't campaign to be that. I am AA, my blood, I never subscribe for it. Are we together? My parents took that decision on my behalf. Is that correct? So, in sickle cell or something of that nature, you will discover that there is nothing you can do. It is there, it is there. Are we together? That is what we refer to as what? Non-modifiable features. You get? Now let me tell you, only here now cause disease is the 100. Non-modifiable features are 25, while modifiable ones are 75. Do you understand that? Which means to say that even though there are things we cannot do anything about, those ones that we can do something about is 3 times more than the one that we cannot control. So to a very great extent, we can control our health. Is that okay? Even on the ones that we cannot control, there are still things we are going to do in order to control it to a particular. For example, enwere ha na-akpọ BRCA1 gene women na-enwe that causes breast cancer. Are we following? Now, BRCA1 gene that causes breast cancer, ọ bụrụ na onye ọbụla inherit, understand? Now, that breast cancer, that gene is going to remain dormant until you feed it with your lifestyle and nutrition. You understand? So, what will make it to begin to develop that, even though you have a high risk of getting it, unlike when you were here. However, for you to, it does not mean that in your lifetime you must develop breast cancer. You understand? So you can only develop breast cancer when you do things that now make that cell to begin to excite and develop. Do you understand that? Something like exposure to radiation. You understand? Exposure to radiation, for example, source of radiation are all around us. The microwave oven in your kitchen is a source of radiation. I hope you know. Going to X-ray frequently, is a source of radiation. If you work in radio station, you have radiation. You understand? Radiation comes from the sun. If your house, maybe where you are living, is allowed on top of a NEPA power line, it's a source of radiation. Even an MTN mast is located close to you, it's a source of radiation. These are where you can excite that cell and you begin to develop. And that way you can excite it is by exposing yourself to hormonal drugs. Hormonal drugs like contraceptives, now organ prevent the pregnancy and all of that. You understand? So these are the things that can excite it. So what I'm saying in essence is that even though you have that cell that causes that breast cancer, that doesn't mean all through your life you must develop it. And when even they give me that you will excite it. So I'm saying this to say that the higher percentage of what causes disease to us, we can control it. Praise the Lord. Are we together? All right. So we can control it very well. The ones that we cannot control, they are minimal, like plane crash, you cannot control it. Accident on the way, you cannot control it. Abi, natural catastrophe, things that Bible says so there are ones that we cannot control. So, Obona, I may expose our body to radiation, to viruses, to even when some kind of roofing sheets, AG, a material called asbestos, well, is a very cancerous element, and Nigeria is still using it. So, if, for example, if they treated merely from such zinc, you are actually exposing your body to health issues and all of that. So all of these things are what we can prevent with good health knowledge. So, and facts, the vascular disease, because one of the main leading cause of death nationwide, fact worldwide, not nationwide, is what we call cardiovascular disease. What is cardiovascular disease? They are diseases that affect the heart and blood vessels. Are you following? Blood vessels, veins, arteries, and all of that. And then the heart. That's any disease there is called what? Cardiovascular disease. They include high blood pressure, they include cholesterol, blood sugar. Are we following? And many others. So one out of it used to be out of 10 deaths, but today it is one out of every 4 deaths. It's caused by cardiovascular illness. Nigerians don't go to hospital, they are carried to the hospital. The only time an average business Nigerian man knows that he's sick, boom, go on a shop. Market, that's when he's sick. One came to me a few days ago, said, no, can check with the BP. No, when baby, even when I told him that even when I told him that now BP again in the high side, you should go to your house and sleep. He said, but no, when you're not going. He didn't consider, what if I didn't get there? What if Nanda knows? That only customer guy will still go elsewhere and buy. Is that not so? Whatever, the health is the first priority. So, even now your family in a keep her in good health. they will still survive. Sometimes they may even survive better than they will when you are well around. You understand? So Okagema na it take a good care of yourself. In fact, I'm just begging God to see how I can take this seminar so that all of us will have a holistic overview of what I'm saying. A little child comes here and poo-poo. You understand? You get? And all of us and we run away. And to come back next Sunday for our fellowship. By the time we open this place, if we are the only person using it, that people will see the available. But at that time, uninvited guests will be around. Three of us, EGG and do here that we didn't invite, they will be around. Abi? Now we can decide to do two things in order to deal with that issue. Number one, we can decide to go and buy bear gun or insecticide to spray the insects. Are we together? And to kill them. And all of them will die. And we'll get perfume to spray everywhere so that here can smell good. We will be comfortable to be here to do our fellowship. But if we come back 3-4 days later, are we likely to meet another set of uninvited guests? Obviously, DGG will come back. Is that not so? Do you know why it's going to come back? You have not dealt with the root cause of the problem. But if you decide to remove the poo-poo, use water to clean it, and then leave the EGG alone, don't even kill one. Leave them and go. Come back, they will not be around again. Why? You have dealt with the cause of the issue. My seminar today is based on the cause of the issue. Are we following? So, and if we are able to deal with the cause of the issue, many of our health challenges is going to be handled. So, where high blood pressure, and all of that, every day. You are not addressing the problem. All right? The problem will be okay as long as that drug is active in your body. All right? So you come back again and check, and it will still high. You know, to take it all through your life. Are we together? And all of those myths that I mentioned earlier. Okay, let me even use this opportunity if I go further to debunk some of those myths. I mentioned that yellowing of urine, blood, malaria. In most cases, sometimes it can, right? But in most cases, what yellows our urine is what we call dehydration. Shortage of water in your body. More than a million organ color urine get change. So you want to look at it, just go and take enough water. Fasting, it will not cause ulcer. You understand? Causes of ulcer includes a bacteria called Helicobacter pylori. All right? Stress, anger, food. All right? And many others. You understand? So just let me debunk it before I proceed. So I want to measure on things that we can do to optimize our health. To do what? To clean the poo-poo entirely so that we can prevent the disease. Are we together? The first thing I think you should do is to normalize your body weight. What do I say? Okay, for brother, sister. Do you hear me? You are in trouble if you don't know. You understand me? So when you begin to have protruded stomach, especially as a man, know that you have a problem. Especially this fat that builds up in the apex of the stomach, abdomen, like you are 3 months pregnant. Please, whenever you are a man and start growing that kind of tummy, know that there's trouble you are inviting. Are you following? So modulate your what? Body weight. And when you have a BMI, body mass index, that's what we use to check whether you are overweight, obese, underweight, or optimal weight. Do you understand? Not necessarily just the weight only. Weight is part of it, but it's not only the weight. Some persons have had maybe 70 kg in a weight, or 80 or 90 kg. They begin to less than 18.5, you are underweight. Are you following? In water, anything between 18.5 and 25, you are optimally weight. Your weight is okay. You understand? 26 to 30 is overweight. Are you following? 30 to 40 is obesity. If you have up to more than 40, that is extra obesity. You are in for big trouble. When you are not be overweight or be obese, that are diabetes. You understand? One of the leading cause of diabetes is what? Too much weight, obesity. So when anything you get melon is to do what? Normalize your body weight. Am I communicating? So try as much as you can to normalize your body weight. Number 2, make dietary adjustment. What do I say? Make dietary adjustment. If in na-eli n'ọnụ, enwere ndị some of us will kama ọ ga-adọ n'ite ka ọ dọrọ n'afọ. You you eat and eat even in 12 midnight. You are causing trouble for your body, especially when you are over 40 years of age. You are causing trouble for your body. Please make dietary adjustment. Dietary adjustment includes the type of food you consume. Are we together? The type of food you consume. Some of us ga-apụta ụlọ ụtụtụ ije chọọ akpụ ma ọgale ahụ dị mma. Noda. Olukwa abalị ịchọkwa ofe egusi na akpụ noda chọọ mmiri jụrụ oyi ma mmanya jụrụ oyi noda ya. You are actually causing trouble for your body. Are we together? Normal eating modality should be moderate breakfast, heavy lunch, and light supper. You get moderate breakfast, heavy lunch. So you already each other. You understand? Please eat that heavy food in the afternoon. Is that clear? Now when it is night, please eat something very minimal. Preferably vegetables, fruits, vegetable salad, fruit salad, smoothies, and all of that. Something minimal. I'm a kuswa kamadi. All right. So, moderate breakfast, heavy lunch, and what? Light supper. All right. I don't want to call it dinner because grammatically speaking, dinner doesn't mean night food. You understand? The main meal of the day. That's what we call dinner. Is as one of the high risk behavior. All right. And and I also mentioned before about the way or whatever, it's an incorrect way of breaking your fast because you are putting carbonated water and some other chemicals which will increase your free radicals into an empty stomach. Right? That is not good at all. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Okay, so number 8, I'm just trying to see how we can rush there. Maintain balance in your body. That's number 8. Maintain what? Balance in your body. A number of things we can balance. And a number of things that we can balance. They include our pH. pH stands for okay, of course, it's podium hydrogenium. It is a scale which is used to measure acidity or alkalinity of our system. I hope I'm not speaking in tongues. Now, pH, boom. pH measure whether man ahoge or the acid more or the alkaline. You know that acid that's not there. Now water. So our body could be alkaline or it could be acidic. You get so pH here measure and I calibrate here between 1 to 14. Are you following? So although not in the middle, which is 7, it is neutral or the whole acidic or the whole alkaline. Water or the less than 7, it might not acidic. So the lesser it goes, the more acidic it becomes. Are you getting it? Manodi from 8 and above, it becomes alkaline. The higher it goes, the more alkaline it becomes. You understand it now? So I quickly balance our system. Whenever your body is acidic, you are inviting disease. Are you following? Many bacteria thrive only in a warm temperature and acidic environment. That's why African and you understand? One of the reasons is because of our warm temperature and then what we eat. You understand that? So try as much as you can to increase the pH of your body to be alkaline and not acidic. How do we do that? We do that by number 1, taking enough water. Number 2, taking vegetables, fruits, and nuts. Are you following? And then minimize the intake of canned drinks, already made food. They make that drink, they tell you it's an apple drink. Apple drink that is sold for 200 naira. But you know that one apple is about 600 naira. And for you to get that drink, you should take about 5 to 10 apples. Right? Somebody may try, let's get 200. He should tell you, he have her apple. You understand? So those chemicals, if you want to eat apple, please go and buy the apple and eat. If you want to eat orange, forget about the orange juice. Go and get the orange and lick. You understand? What about banana juice? Go and get banana, peel it, and put it into your body. Are we following? So these things will increase our pH. If you